What's up guys? Welcome back to Zombie Prodigies, and today I will show you guys the easiest way to complete the Easter egg on the Darkest Shore. I found a strategy that will make it so much easier, and I think you'll be able to complete it first try every time. Now, if this is your first time here, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. You'll get access to my daily and weekly tutorials and walkthroughs and just cool gameplay. You'll be doing yourself a favor. And with that being said, let's jump into it. Alright guys, so first off, what we need to do is set up our mods. And that is a big factor in completing the Easter egg. Now, I'm only playing with 2 players, but regardless, you're playing with 2, 3, or 4, at least one of you need to have the shell shock set up. And what I mean by set up is to have fiery burst, sustain zone, and whatever third mod that person wants or yourself wants. But as long as you have sustain zone and fiery burst, you rack up them jolts just as you see here, and you could really get ahead in completing the Easter egg at an early round. The first 10 rounds is so crucial. You do not want to end the rounds. You stay away from nukes, stay away from insta kills, because you don't rack up as many jolts with an insta kill, because you only get 1 bullet per kill. You want to, in round 1, you want to shoot them 3 times in the leg, then knife them. Round 2, shoot them 4 times in the leg, then knife them. Round 3, shoot them. You get my drift, right? And by doing this, you will, those extra 20-30 jolts each zombie will add up, and by doing that, like I said before, you will get to the boss fight at an earlier round. Now with 2 players, there's not as many zombies spawning in, so you're not going to really get to the boss fight at round 15 or round 16, but it will still make a difference getting to that boss fight at an earlier round. Now it's wave 5. I already assembled the saw, as you've seen in the video while I was talking, and pretty much I like to always get the secret room open, get the batteries for pack-a-punch, and it's just one less thing to worry about later on. I did try to get into the secret room there, but for some reason the bomber was too far away from the room and whatever, I couldn't get in. So anyway, now I made it to the beach. I'm going to turn it to the right so I can go back up to get the second battery. And there's the second. And last but not least, now once you get the batteries, you want to open all the fuses, where I just do a satchel on for the pest ritual. Just another thing to not worry about, one less thing to worry about. Now, I know this is a lot to ask, but try not to kill too many zombies while in the fire room. You don't want to end the round. You really want it to stay round 7 as long as possible, or round 8, whatever round you're at, you want it to stay at that round, which is super hard. But also another note, so I see some players there, they don't shoot when they're turning the valve. If you're not aware of this, you can shoot while turning the valve. It's pretty much just hold square to turn the valve and use your trigger finger to shoot. Do 2 things at once, just like Jack in the Box. Sometimes when you go to throw one and you realize, oh, I don't need to throw it, pretty much just hold triangle while you have the Jack in the Box ready to be thrown, and it will put it back in your pocket, back in your inventory, whatever. Now this next part is crucial. See that? I know it looks tempting. Everybody likes to grab max ammo. Do not grab it. Just don't. Listen to me. Don't grab it. I'm telling you, it will help you out later on. See it? See it's still there? It ain't going nowhere. Now, with that monk's head as soon as possible, first thing you want to do is harvest a zombie spawn. And as soon as you harvest a zombie spawn, you want to get that in the bucket because you can't progress any further until you do this. You need to get this done. Now also, my other player in my game, he shot down the planes as you've seen. You want to have somebody do that as soon as possible. Also, you want him to only try to shoot out of the flank cannon by the boulder which has the Son of Nerthus in it. Now, here we're going to shoot all the stones off the cliff. And I did not want to take any of this footage out, just in case some of you guys aren't aware of all the locations of the stones. And I'll buy my stamina real quick. Also, another note, I see a lot of people always buying their favorite perk first. And I don't recommend that because the first perk you buy, guys, is the first perk you lose. So, pretty much, let's use bullet damage for an example. Everybody loves double tap. You need it. So when you buy that perk first, that will be the first perk you lose when you get knocked down, and then what are you gonna do? Buy it last. Buy your favorite perk last. That's why I buy stamina first. Every time I play zombies, I always buy stamina first. Unless I'm by myself, of course, I'll buy quick. It don't really matter when you're solo, but when you're playing with other players, buy your favorite perk last. So that will be the last perk you lose. Anyway, I just activated the elevator at the same time my buddy hit the button to activate the artillery bomber. And here I'm going to activate my front line and get a spine. Watch this. This is how good the frontline mod is. Watch. One shot. How easy was that? I did lose 2 shields, but how easy was that, man? I'm telling you guys, it is the best. It's a game changer. It makes it so much easier. Now, the reason I did what I just did was I had my buddy call in the artillery bomber, and when you do that, it ends the round. Also, when you open the secret room, it ends the round. So unless you have a ritual done, which we did not, that's why I did what I did. I waited on the elevator, and as soon as he hit that red button to call in this artillery bomber, that's the exact time I called the elevator to go to the secret room. So pretty much the rounds ain't gonna skip twice in a matter of seconds. So that's my theory anyway. That's what I always do. Unless you have a ritual already completed, I suggest doing that strategy. Just activate the artillery bomber and open the secret door at the same time. Now, here you're going to charge it up, and as soon as you charge it up, if you're playing with 2 players, you keep in mind that you only need 2 shots. If you're playing with 3 or 4 players, you need 3 shots, and that's if you don't miss. Because with 2 players only spawns 2 boats, with 3 or 4 players it spawns 3 boats. And if you don't know all the coordinates of this boats and how to hit the boats every single time, click the link here up at the top right, and that's my other video where I actually have all the coordinates, and it will help you pretty much hit the boats 99% of the time. With that being said, with this part here, you really want to turn your headphones out, guys. It's really all about listening to where the guy is. And you've seen I just shot the spider. There it is again. He's a friendly spider. He does not hurt you. He's hiding from, I guess, the other spider. And once you shoot him just one time, he'll run back in the hole. And you got to do this 3 times. Once you do that, you go back in the secret room and complete the ritual. But perfect opportunity to shoot the boats. So I'm going to shoot the radio part down, pick the other radio part up, which also is another pointer. Don't pick the radio parts up at all, because wait till you actually are about to do it. And the reason I say this is because 9 out of 10 times when you pick both radio parts up, the fog comes in. And for us, the fog just left, so it's not going to come back. But it's also another way to increase your odds in spawning a Mulcher spider. And you can harvest his spawn. So I always wait. As you can see, 2 for 2. It's great knowing where the boats are always going to be. Like I say, click the link on the top right, and that will help you guys out. And there's also a challenge for it called Math Magician. And here we go, starting the first ritual. Now watch, as I activate my front line, yeah, 1, 2, 3 times it took to kill him. It's the best, man. I always like to have team effort on, but this mod setup is just really good. I harvested his spine right off the get-go. Now, once you get the Whistler spawn, you want to have your buddy, or if you're solo, it's a lot harder, but if you want to have one of your teammates hold the zombies so you could take him to double tap. And when he's coming up the stairs, don't stop shooting. You do not want him to turn right. You do not want him to grab fast reload. Just keep on shooting him. Every time you shoot him, he's attracted to you and he'll pay attention. Also, this next part is not that it's hard, but it is the hardest part of this ritual. You do not want him to grab stamina, so you take him past the M1 Garen on the wall, then come this way towards the artillery bunker. Now if you have a zombie behind you, it's probably better to like prone down like I did, so you're shooting upward. You know, it would decrease your chances of having your FMJs go through him and killing the zombie. Which my teammate has a zombie down below, but it's a fast one. I'm gonna speed things up a little bit. And that's the third perk that you take him to. And it is a little glitchy. Sometimes he just does not grab it. Just try to like crouch down next to the perk machine sometimes, and he will eventually grab it. I think there was one time where I actually just gave up because he wouldn't grab it. But like 99 out of 100 times he will eventually grab it. And once he gets that final perk, Quick Revive, he'll go into the hole in the wall and pretty much disappear. So you go back to the secret room and pretty much just try to build up your special. You want to use your front line for this. It's not as hard as the Mulcher ritual, but you know, the Whistlers are powerful. And as you see, it took me 2 times to melee him. And one time, just that melee mod, man. I'm in love. I'm gonna put it on the hook. Now I always forget what hook is for what. I just try to remember right when you walk into the secret room, the hook to the right is for the monk's head. So that just eliminates one. And last but not least, we'll put that pest spine in. And there's the max ammo, still at round 16. That's the first step. Here's the second step. third step. I always shoot 2 or 3 times on this one, depending on how much ammo I have. Because sometimes he'll run and stop before you think he's gonna stop, and he'll screw you up. You know, sometimes the pest doesn't always take the same route. He changes his patterns from time to time. And this one here is a little bit trickier. I always, depending on how much ammo I have, right when he starts going down the stairs, I'll start shooting like every 2 or 3 seconds. But sometimes he doesn't stop like he did. It's just, you gotta kind of learn that one as you go, man. Alright, now, once you have enough, which I had enough for a while, but you want to buy the SVT-40 off the wall. Listen, it's the best gun. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll see I usually am rocking this weapon. And it's a damage rating of 13. And I think the M1 Garand has a damage rating of 14, and that's with high caliber and FMJs, mind you. But it's better than the M1 Garand in my opinion. It's just the M1 Garand's only got a 3-round burst, and it's got too much kick on it, man. You know, when you go to spray with it, which you can't really spray, but when you go to shoot it, it just kicks too much. It's not that accurate. SVT-40 is just a perfect all-purpose rifle. Anyway, I always like to do the Easter egg in the steps that I did in this video. The Mulcher Zombie first, otherwise known as the Spider Guy, then the Whistler, then the Pest. I do hardest to easiest because you want to get the harder rituals done at the earlier waves. And once you get that head... Now, listen, if you guys are getting overwhelmed, and let's say the head is on the floor, and you want to hang it on the hook, but you can't because there's just too many zombies, you're allowed to leave the secret room. You don't have to put it on the hook right away. When you go, you could go back at the end of the round, pick it up, and put it on the hook. So once you grab the monk's head, which is in the U-boat room as you've seen, you want to put that on the first hook to the right. And pretty much you just gotta fill up that pool of blood. You don't have to like kill all of them in the center, but also, like I said before with the head on the hook, when you obtain the pommel, if the pommel doesn't appear in your inventory, in other words, when you press square and it just does not give it to you, which it happens sometimes, just leave. Don't worry about it. Leave the secret room, save a zombie, and then at the end of the round, go back to obtain the pommel. And here we go. That's pretty much everything. Now it's just a matter of staying alive. Listen, there's only so many tips you could give during the boss fight, which is not really a boss fight, but the final rituals, I guess, whatever you want to call them. And it's pretty much just learn as you go. You really just gotta stay on your feet. It's all about mods too. Like as you've seen, nobody went down. Actually, one of us went down, but don't use any self-revives. Save them for the boss fight. Also, don't use any of your consumables. And one thing I did forget to mention, while you're in the secret room charging, filling up the pool of blood with the monk's head, don't use your special. You want to save your special so when you come into the boss fight, you'll have a full special. Keep on, yeah, that SVT-40, just keep on keeping on. Stay on your feet. the thing is, I mean, it's really hard not to go down, but you don't want to go down because then you can't have access to your consumables. You really just gotta stay moving. And as you see, they take you out in one hit. See that? I just lost stamina. Who cares? That's why I always buy stamina first. But I know some people are all gun-ho about stamina. Like, you know, oh, I need stamina. Stamina's the best. In my opinion, I need double tap. And for the Easter egg, I need quick revive. Because you really gotta keep on reviving your teammates. I mean, sometimes I have the challenge completed where you beat the boss fight with no downs, but it is hard. And it's all about the consumables if you're attempting that challenge. I suggest like 3 or 4 hearts for everybody. Max ammos, nukes, instas, just the works. The best you got. Now, I also like the bacon and eggs, only for one reason during the Easter egg. It's a perfect weapon to build up your special. Just for some reason, I feel like my special gets built up quicker. And as you've seen, me and my buddy Try Me both activated our self-revive at the same time. Oh my god. There's like a 2-second delay over PlayStation Network. Like if you talk to somebody over the phone, you'll hear them, you know, 2 seconds quicker than you would over the Turtle Beaches or whatever. Now, we actually stayed on the beach here on purpose so we could at least get our special built up 3/4 of the way. But now off to the second part. And this is the hardest part. Now, if you did have your special built up, I would definitely activate it as soon as that door opens. You get the Brenner kills so much quicker. Just gotta keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. Now, you will, if you get knocked down at any part of the boss fight, it will be this part. It's so much going on. Pretty much one of the hardest Easter eggs that I ever did. Now, the stairs ain't really the best place to like chill and camp out, but we're holding it down, so. Well, if you have 4 players, just run around. You know, even with 2 players, we should not be here, but it's working for some reason. Usually, I have bad experiences staying on the stairs, but it seems to be working. That nuke really helped out. Now, listen, guys, it's round 22. There's 2 players. If you use this same strategy and same steps with 4 players, you could very well get to the boss fight at round 15. I've done it before. I haven't got to the boss fight any earlier than that. It seems like there's some kind of algorithm in the game that just won't let you. Even if you obtain the Mulcher Spine at wave 6 or wave 7, and then you do the pest spawn at wave 8 or wave 9, then you go to escort the artillery bomber, and next thing you know, it skips 3 rounds in a matter of a minute. You're like, I just don't think the game will let you. But I have heard of people getting to the boss fight at wave 13. I haven't seen it. I actually haven't looked it up, but maybe I would like to see a video on that. That would be pretty cool. So pretty much, I think the spiders stop spawning here. Just gotta hold it down. Eventually the gate will open up behind us, and as soon as that happens, we'll buy our armor, and pretty much the rest of the boss fight isn't too bad. The next part, you're able to buy armor, you're able to buy bullet damage, and you're able to buy melee damage if you need it. But just the armor is crucial. And with the consumables, you know, if the more hearts you have, the better. As you've seen, I only had one. I used up a lot of them this past week, but if you have more hearts, like 3 or 4, use them. Those will make all the difference. Other than that, max ammos don't really need them too much, especially now that you know you can have a permanent max ammo. Just don't pick it up from the Brenner. The only other consumable that would be nice is insta-kill. I would say wait till the spiders spawn in, activate your front line, and with your front line, that's triple damage. Activate the insta-kill, have your buddy activate the shell shock, so it's like 6-7 times the damage. So that would actually work out. Maybe insta-kills and hearts. In my opinion, I think those would be the best consumables to have for this Easter egg. See, every time you go to melee the spider with the front line on, you pretty much just melee him once or twice and he runs away. Now, I was not doing that in the U-boat room. It was just too much going on. It's too hard. But you look at that, he's already running away. It really speeds things up. Now, I should be a little bit better in throwing my pommels. I don't throw it as much. I forget about it. But you want to keep on throwing it. It charges every 15 seconds, I guess. I'm not exactly sure on the time, but just you want to keep on throwing those pommels, man. I see some players keep jacking the boxes during this Easter egg. You know, I was always skeptical against it, but sometimes it actually helps if 3 guys have the pommel and 1 has the jacks. But if it's just two of you, or just you on solo, you want the pommel. You do not want jacks. You don't really have too much time to play around. Fog rolls in, and you do not need the fog right now. And here it is to the 4th part, and the last part. I didn't want to take any footage out. Just wanted to have the whole boss fight uncut. Goes one down. It's even with the strategy with frontline and everything, there is no really easy way of doing the Easter egg. There's a hard way and there's a way that's not so hard. there ain't no easy way. It's just, it's a challenging, it's a hardcore Easter egg, man. You just gotta stay up on your feet. It was almost game over right here. Right here. Or not here, but coming up here in a minute. It was almost game over. Also, another thing that that helps me out a lot is when somebody gets down. I know you're losing your perks and all, but if you already have no perks, right? You want to shoot. You want to stay down for a minute. Let the area around you, you know, clear out. You want to just unload whatever weapon you have. Hopefully, it's bacon and eggs, like I'm doing right there. That's my last self-revive. Right here is so close. There's that Whistler. And he did not knock me down. Oh, that would have sucked. Oh man. It's a hard challenge, but it's not that it's a challenge, but it's hard, the Easter egg. First time I beat it, I was so pumped. Like I was standing up for like an hour. Well guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's a lot easier said than done, but that is the easiest way I know how to complete the Easter egg. Well, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If so, please leave a like and comment below. And if you're not subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. And until next time, see you guys in the next video.